Imagine a building so tall that it rises above the clouds, a skyscraper so massive that it takes weeks to fully clean and maintain, and a structure that cost $1.5 billion to challenge the laws of gravity. This is the Burj Khalifa, the tallest building in the world and, above all, one of the most ambitious projects ever built by humanity. But why did it cost so much, and how was it built in the middle of the desert? Today, we're going to break it all down. Before even becoming the global symbol we know today, the site of the Burj Khalifa was nothing more than a vast stretch of almost empty desert, overwhelmed by heat and dominated by sand. Yet, in the 2000s, Dubai underwent a radical transformation. The city aimed to shift from an oil-based economy to a global powerhouse of tourism, luxury, and business. It is within this extraordinary ambition that the idea of the Burj Khalifa was born, not to build a simple skyscraper, but to create the tallest structure ever built by humanity, a monument capable of symbolizing the power and rapid development of an entire nation. From the very beginning of the project, the goals were almost unreal. Engineers were not just talking about height, but about breaking records, surpassing 500 meters, then 700, and ultimately aiming for more than 800 meters, a scale never before achieved in modern architectural history. The challenge was immense, as the desert imposed extreme constraints, temperatures exceeding 45 degrees Celsius, violent high-altitude winds, and unstable ground requiring foundations deeply anchored into bedrock. Nothing was left to chance. Every detail was redesigned to survive these extreme conditions. But beyond the engineering, there was above all a political and economic vision to turn the Burj Khalifa into a global icon, featured in advertisements worldwide, attracting investors, tourists, and major corporations. The project became far more than a construction site. It was a statement of ambition. Dubai did not just want to exist on the world map. It wanted to visually dominate the world. And so, in the middle of the desert, one of the most audacious architectural projects ever conceived began to take shape. When people talk about the Burj Khalifa, the figure of $1.5 billion can sound exaggerated, but in reality, it reflects the extreme complexity of the project. This is not just a building that is taller than the rest. It is a structure designed to survive in one of the harshest environments on Earth while breaking records that had never been achieved before. It all begins with the foundations. To support a 828-meter skyscraper, engineers had to dig deep into the desert floor to reach a stable rock layer. Thousands of tons of concrete were poured to create a base capable of carrying an enormous load. This stage alone required advanced technology, specialized materials, and extreme precision, because the slightest mistake could have compromised the entire structure. Then comes the construction itself, a gigantic logistical challenge. More than 12,000 workers from different countries worked on the site, often in harsh conditions under extreme heat and intense schedules. Every additional floor became a new challenge. The higher the building rose, the stronger the winds became, the lighter yet stronger the materials needed to be, and the more advanced the safety systems had to become. Costs also skyrocketed because of the technologies involved. The Burj Khalifa integrates advanced cooling systems to fight desert heat, ultra-fast elevators capable of traveling hundreds of meters in seconds, and a structure designed to withstand wind-induced oscillations at extreme heights. Even the glass facade was specially engineered to reflect heat and reduce energy consumption. Finally, there is a crucial element: architectural precision. Every curve, every angle, every floor was calculated with millimeter accuracy. The Y-shaped design is not just aesthetic. It is essential for distributing wind forces and stabilizing the building. In the end, these $1.5 billion do not simply represent a cost, but the sum of decades of engineering, innovation, and risk-taking to achieve what once seemed impossible. The Burj Khalifa is not only famous for its height, it is above all known for the way it was designed. Unlike traditional skyscrapers, it is based on a completely different architectural concept, a Y-shaped structure inspired by a desert flower, the Hymenocallis. This choice is not random aesthetics. It is fundamental to the building's stability. This shape helps distribute wind forces more efficiently, which become extremely powerful at several hundred meters above ground. Without this innovation, the tower would have dangerously swayed. Inside, everything was designed to combine luxury and technical performance. The Burj Khalifa houses high-end residences, office spaces, and even a luxury hotel designed by Armani. Each area is crafted to offer a unique experience, with panoramic views over the entire city of Dubai, the desert, and the Persian Gulf. Living or working in this building literally means being above the world. But the innovation does not stop there. The elevator system is one of the most advanced ever installed in a building. Some elevators reach impressive speeds, allowing people to travel hundreds of meters in less than a minute. And because the tower is so tall, an intelligent elevator transfer system is used to optimize vertical movement. Even the exterior facade is a technological achievement. The glass used was specially engineered to withstand the extreme desert heat while reflecting a large portion of sunlight, reducing internal overheating. This helps maintain a stable indoor temperature despite extreme external conditions. In reality, the Burj Khalifa is not just a height record. It is a living laboratory of modern architecture. Every element of the building was designed to push the limits of what human engineering can achieve, turning this tower into a true global icon of innovation. Behind its appearance as a simple architectural record, the Burj Khalifa is above all a strategic tool for Dubai. Its role is not limited to being a residential or luxury office tower. It is a machine designed to attract the entire world. Every year, millions of tourists travel specifically to Dubai to see the tower, visit its observation decks, and admire a 360-degree view of the city, the desert, and the sea. This single attraction generates massive revenue for the local economy, but its role goes far beyond tourism. The Burj Khalifa is a symbol of international prestige. It acts as a showcase of Dubai's economic power and modernity. By building the tallest structure in the world, the city sends a clear message to investors and major corporations. Here, anything is possible, even the impossible. This helps attract capital, real estate projects, and international partnerships. The tower is also a vertical economic hub. Inside, you find corporate offices, ultra-luxury apartments, and a high-end hotel. Every square meter carries enormous value, making it one of the most profitable buildings in terms of image and prestige, even if its initial cost was colossal. Finally, the Burj Khalifa plays a cultural and media role. It appears in movies, advertisements, global events, and even celebrations such as New Year's Eve, where it becomes the center of a worldwide light and fireworks show. It is not just a building, it has become a global visual icon, instantly recognizable anywhere in the world. In reality, the Burj Khalifa is not just meant to be used, it is meant to be seen. And in the modern world, that visibility can sometimes be worth more than the building itself. Seeing the Burj Khalifa shine in the Dubai sky creates an impression of perfection. But behind this spectacular image, the building hides constant challenges that few people imagine. The first challenge is high-altitude wind. At more than 800 meters above the ground, winds become extremely strong and unpredictable. Even though the structure was designed to absorb them, the tower can still sway slightly. Engineers therefore had to integrate stabilizing systems and a specific spiraling design to reduce these effects. Without it, the extreme height would have made the building unstable. Then there is the issue of daily maintenance. Cleaning the entire facade of the Burj Khalifa is a massive operation. Specialized teams must descend along the building suspended on ropes, sometimes for weeks, just to keep the glass perfectly clean. At this height, even a simple cleaning task becomes a high-risk mission. Another major challenge is the extreme desert climate. Very high temperatures force the building to rely on powerful cooling systems. The energy required to maintain a comfortable indoor temperature is enormous, making energy management both complex and expensive. Finally, there is the human challenge. Building and maintaining such a monument requires a permanent organization, specialized engineers, technicians, and security teams working continuously. The Burj Khalifa is not a finished project. It is a living structure that demands constant attention. In reality, this giant of concrete and glass is not only an architectural achievement, it is also a permanent battle against nature, time, and human limits, and perhaps that is the real price of its greatness. The Burj Khalifa is not just a $1.5 billion tower, it's a statement, proof that even in the heart of the desert, an idea can become a giant of concrete and glass that almost touches the sky. And now, the real question is simple. What will be the next building even crazier than this one?